Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wonderful to be here with you on this incredibly beautiful day as I look out onto the ocean, the palm trees, the bougainvillea, the mountains, the blue skies, the clouds. All so beautiful. I hope that life and your environments are equally, if not more, beautiful. It's so incredible to be blessed to be living in a place of healing, of beauty, of happiness, of joy. You see so many people coming to visit the island who are just filled with joy. I was watching my granddaughter yesterday in the water by herself, just playing and enjoying life and laughing and lifting her hands in the water. And that's such a joyful thing to do, isn't it? For me, for you, for everyone. It's just so much fun watching the sparkles come up off of the water and watching them bounce back into the water and as the waves come into the shore. It's just so beautiful. These moments of life make up the beauty of our existence, don't they? And part of the beauty of our existence is connecting with your own enlightenment, which is within. Most have just forgotten. So that when you come across an enlightened being, it's hard to recognize that being, just as they have killed so many of the enlightened beings who come onto our planet, not being able to recognize the light, or maybe recognizing it and knowing that it was more powerful than anything of any kind of darkness, much more powerful light. Yeah. So we search for enlightenment, don't we? That's what our subject is about today, stopping thought, as we seek enlightenment, which is kind of a funny thing because seeking something that is within you, that is already there, is tricky. And that's where stopping thought comes into play.
Welcome to Success Through Meditation. I'm Shakti, coming to you from a lineage of enlightenment to help you to see, honor, and love the light within yourself so that you can see, honor, and love the light within others.
When you learn to stop thought in a very simple, simplistic way of putting it, when you learn to stop thought, you become more aware of these other aspects of your being, or the main aspect, perhaps, arguably, the main aspect of your being, which is that you are that. You are enlightenment, you are meditation, you are God, you are source. We aren't just a part of it, which we are, all of us are that, but we are that. you know, and so learning to embrace that idea helps us to more fully understand why we're here. Which is, if you understand it or not is not really that important, because really what's the main thing to do here? What's the most important thing to do here while you're here on our planet? Have a good time, right? Have fun. Have fun. Have fun is different for everyone. Having fun doing what you want, having fun serving others, having fun smiling, laughing, having fun enjoying the beauty of our existence, having fun even while we are going through the sad or more challenging aspects of life, still being at peace, still happy, even through those moments of challenge, right? Because truly, the pathway to enlightenment is this world, the pathway to understanding, or, well, there really is no understanding. How can you? But on the other hand, we're trying to put words to something that there are no words for enlightenment. But in this lifetime, you are walking that path right now. Who knows where the pathway leads? Who knows where it will lead you? But you are walking that pathway right now. And unlike other pathways, the pathway to enlightenment doesn't lead to a particular place, does it? It doesn't lead to a particular place. It leads to awareness. It leads to an awareness of the amazing and countless wonders of existence, of this life. And we try to understand it, don't we? We try to wrap our brains, wrap our minds around something for which there is no understanding. There is only experience, only the experience of it, of understanding enlightenment. Only through experience can you understand. Well, there really is no understanding. That's a kind of a silly word, because there is no understanding. There is simply an awareness, an awareness. So enlightenment and stopping thought, it happens over lifetimes, not in a day, although it can happen in a day, but it happens over many, many lifetimes. You become more and more conscious of eternity. Awareness. You become more and more conscious of awareness. Enlightenment, as it turns out, is the awareness of awareness. Let that sit there for a moment. Enlightenment is the awareness of awareness, the timelessness of existence, the awareness of that. We have more moments. We have moments that lead to more moments in this timeless state. And one day we are the timeless state. So you're here in this moment because you're wanting to become more conscious, more aware of eternity, your own beautiful nature, wanting to become an even more beautiful being. So what do you do? What do you do? It's whoops. Oh, excuse me. See, there you go. Eternity saying, yeah, what do you do? What do you do? Why do you go through this challenge of learning to stop thought? Why do you go through any challenge? Why do we put ourselves through these things? I don't know. Why do we do this? Why do we put ourselves through these things? Because we're attempting to learn to be ourselves. But who is you? Who is ourselves? How do we come to understand who we are? You can start with that idea of being yourself. Be you. It's not necessary to have rules, to have structure, to become more conscious. It's not necessary. It's not a good idea either to be attached to rules, to be attached to be attached to structure in advanced self-discovery. It's not necessary at all. In the beginning stages of self-discovery, we may use structure, just as they use structure in religion. In the beginning, we may do that. In the beginning stages of self-discovery, we may need structure, right? It's better than complete and utter chaos and diving into the darkest holes that eternity has to offer. It's better than that, isn't it? Structure. But as in anything that we master, structure can be important, can't it? Later, we let it go. Just as a pianist learns the scales, has the fingers moving so that the scales can become effortless. And then they begin to play the notes in a Bach concerto, slowly learning them, so that eventually that Bach concerto becomes an addendum. It becomes like another limb on their body that they don't have to think about. Like in karate. If you've ever taken any karate, any form of martial art, you know that you must learn the katas. You must learn the structure, the discipline, so that eventually there is no thought. Eventually, your body moves without thought. It knows how to react, it knows how to act without thinking. So structure becomes necessary, doesn't it, in anything that we master? But then later we let it go. Some say, get a teacher. I don't know. But most importantly, always, in the end, is to love. Have love and aspiration and love, and then love more. That is the beginning stage of realizing your own enlightenment. Love without expectation, love without attachment. And then you've got a really good start on this pathway to enlightenment, on this journey of self-discovery without expectation. You can tell when someone is doing really well with their meditations because their lives function well. They've got a handle on how to function in this world. If you can't do that, there's something missing. You're not able to function well in this world, and there's something missing, isn't there? Structure, no structure. Who knows? But still, you can love, you can be fluid, you can be versatile, not stuck in structure. We go beyond structure or anything else. We go beyond it. That's the idea in learning to be disciplined and learning to meditate well, to stop thought. We go beyond. We erase the self. We erase the ego. We function with love, with power, with strength. We're redefining the ideas that we were given. We're going beyond the structure, beyond form. But there is an etiquette. There is an etiquette in the enlightenment process. So today, this is who you are. Let's start there. We begin with etiquette. Have a seat. Have a seat. We're going to learn about etiquette. Not too close. Oh, please don't sit too close. No, no, no. Have a seat. We don't know where that other person's been. We don't know what's in there. Don't sit too close. So we start with your conditioning. Women. The world works to tell women you're a powerless being. That's what the world wants you to believe. Let's start with women. The tough conditioning. A little bit more than men. The conditioning of women. But you're here. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't had many, many lifetimes of spiritual practice and meditation. You wouldn't be here. Not to mention you found me, so that's there. All of the practice of all of the thousands and thousands of lifetimes that you need to try to remember. That's another thing that you're doing here. You're trying to remember, aren't you? All of those, 30, 40, 50,000 lifetimes that you have been through has brought you here to this moment. You need to remember and wash away all of the conditioning that you've gotten from this lifetime So your power brought you here, and you want more. To get rid of all of the conditioning, start here where you are now. As we learn to wash away, to clear each level of the conditioning from this lifetime. And you'll feel better and better as you learn to clear away this conditioning. So, first, meditate every day. That's really important. Meditate every day, not every other day, every day, not once a week, once a month, once a year. No, every day. Meditate every day. What we're doing is putting in and gathering small moments, small holes in time. Right now, you're focused on ideas, feelings, and thoughts about life, your life. And most thoughts aren't even yours. You were programmed with thoughts that they gave you, these ideas of who you are, of your being, and you're this, you're that, you wear pink, you don't wear pink, you wear whatever, they taught you these ideas. You're a girl, you wear pink, you're a boy, you wear blue, etc., etc. By the people who, of course, did their best and maybe had your best intentions, maybe at heart, but they probably weren't too happy with their own lives. And they're trying to teach you how to be not happy with yours. And so we're going to turn that around. We're going to turn that around so that you can focus in to your life, the happy life that you came here to have fun, right? So here you are, here in this moment, wanting to know more. There are certain things that you must do. Yes, for this happiness. Of course, schedule your meditations. That's number one. Schedule your meditations daily or once or twice a day, even is better. Every time you meditate, you open a doorway to light, to beauty, to new perceptions that don't necessarily close after your meditation has ended. You want to open these doorways so that you can see, you can observe other parts of existence that maybe haven't been introduced to you so far. So, all of it through your meditations will begin to flood into you all day long because you've meditated in the morning to clear away the dream world, the dreams that you may have had in the night. So, get up and meditate. That's number one. Shower, be clean, feel good, make your bed, go out into the world, work, go to school, and watch your mind. Watch your mind. Every time you think about the past, don't do it. Stop. Say no. The past is dust. You're connecting with the person that you used to be. That's not who you are in this moment. That's not you. Be who you want to be now, in this moment. You've already done or been that other person. That's not what you want to go back to. No reruns. Push the past out of your mind. Create a new mantra. No, no, not interested. Not thinking about tomorrow either. My teacher used to say, life sucks wherever you go, but you can still have a good time if you know how. So you're not thinking about the future. People will try to condition you, to mold you, to make you sad. They'll try to make you unhappy. They will attempt to drain you, your vital essence, as in the dark crystal. Your vital essence. Say no. No. Think about how you are truly a woman of power. You are a man of power. But you may be afraid. You might just be scared. Let's think about how you dress and what you wear. Okay, that's important too. So people send and push energy your way depending on what you appear to be, what you look like, how you dress, what you wear. So how you look matters. How you look and dress matters. Man or woman, you're all sensitive and psychic beings. After years and years of meditation, after lifetimes of meditation, you are very sensitive and psychic. So dealing with all of that negative energy is not helpful. You pick up energy more than most and more than you may know. It's important to get a handle on that. Your psychic sponges. Important to understand. Thousands and thousands of incarnations, developing your psychic bodies. So how you look matters. Developing your psychic abilities, you pick up energies. So it's time to get it right. As a woman, depending on where you are, put on a little makeup. You know, it does you well, I promise you. I didn't make up the rules. you know, but it is the way it is. In the same way that a woman probably shouldn't walk down a dark alley at night alone, put on a little makeup. Your appearance matters. And so it's better that you not attract certain energies, that you actually, makeup can serve in such a great way. I was a makeup artist for many, many years. And one of the things, I was just explaining this to my granddaughter yesterday. I said, when I was younger, I would put makeup on. I was a singer, so I had to have makeup on every day. But on those days off, though, I loved it. I didn't wear it, and I didn't go out. I didn't go anywhere. But the point is that I was telling my granddaughter that there were times when I would put makeup on, just plastered on. And she said, Nana, were you goth? Did you wear goth? And I said, no, honey. No, honey. But I would put on a lot of makeup, which would say to people, don't come near me. I don't want to talk right now. I don't want to talk today. I'm not in the mood. So makeup can really do a lot. It can present a very welcoming, loving being, or when you need protection, it can present someone who just doesn't want to engage. Right? So yeah, put on a little makeup. It's definitely a more powerful thing. High heels are powerful. Not so much fun a lot of the times, although, again, I wore them every night, 4 and 5 inch heels. Well, maybe 3, 4, and 5 inch heels, but they weren't little. Every night while I was on stage for 5 hours dancing. I was moving as I was singing. I wasn't dancing as in with a pole, no. But I was dancing, right? Very powerful. Heels are very, very powerful. But you don't want to stick out. You just want a little makeup when you're out in the world. You don't want to draw attention to yourself. Wear a little. And wear a little black. It's very powerful. Maybe you men might want to soften your look a little bit, right? More gentle, more androgynous. Because men in their conditioning, being macho and all of that, soften up. Become more of a warrior. A warrior accepts what is brought to their attention with equanimity and calm. But you don't want to draw any more than you need to, any more than you're supposed to. So men might want to soften their image just a tad. So stay healthy. Stay healthy. This is part of the deal. This is part of what you need to do as you're seeking enlightenment. Stay healthy. Exercise. Get more exercise. The kundalini going through you requires a healthy body, a strong body to stay balanced. As you meditate, your kundalini energy comes up every day. So to stay balanced, we need a healthy body. And the energies that you pick up, especially women, can hurt your subtle physical bodies. So we need to stay strong in a strong body to counteract these energies. Sex. Be careful. Be careful with whom. The energy exchange is definitely powerful. Women are innately more powerful, as it turns out. So men want to try to control through sex. I know I'm saying some pretty radical things, but I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules. I'm just trying to help you navigate through these exchanges that we have in the world. So, of course, a woman using her sexual energy to control ends up taking on all of this other energy throwback. You must be unattached. Be unattached. That's the idea for men and women with sex. Be unattached. Although we love, love is not attachment at all. The more unattached you are, the more love that you can give. You give without expectation. That's being unattached, being detached, loving without wanting something back. Right? Be detached. And hang out more with highly evolved people. If you can, highly evolved, you know what that means. It means people who are of like mind, who meditate, who are interested in vibration, who are interested in light, who are interested in love, who are interested in doing well, who are interested in doing good, in being impeccable, who are interested in etiquette, manners. Hang out with these kinds of people. Hang out with those who want to love more, who want to learn to love more. Hang out with those people who are funny. Hang out with people who are funny. Not, as I was talking last week, not at the expense of others. That's not funny. And it's a very cheap way of getting a laugh, to make fun of another being. No, there's lots of ways to be funny. Lots and lots of ways. Hang out with these kinds of people. Light-hearted, happy people, more evolved people. We are, as it turns out, pretty much loners, because we are interested in things that most of the world is not interested in. There's not too many people interested in love and selfless giving. So we spiritual types, focused on evolution types, have to stick together. We have to stick together. And when we don't, unfortunately, we get taken out by the world. We can think till the cows come home that we're going to lift someone else's spirits. We're going to intend to bring someone up from the hole that they have dug themselves into. We can think that forever, but it doesn't work that way. What ends up happening is they end up pulling you down. Most of you, I would imagine, have experienced this. We think we would really like to help this person who is maybe in the doldrums, maybe has an addiction, maybe is just sad forever, for years has been sad. Maybe we want to help them. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But we can send them love. We can love them from a distance. We can recommend there are people who can help them. They have to pay them. Therapists are wonderful. The right therapist, the right teacher is a wonderful thing. But never think that you are going to be the one to raise this person up from wherever darkness they are living. It doesn't work that way. Unless they look for light, unless they ask for help, maybe in the form of a teacher you may know, or in the form of a therapist you may know. Unless they're asking, they're probably not willing to do the work. So be detached. Not too many people are interested in love and selfless giving, right? You don't want to get taken out by the world. When we network our energies together, our power stays intact. Our power stays up where we need it to be to serve humanity, to serve all of existence, one tiny moment at a time. Smiling at a stranger on the sidewalk. Around here, in the neighborhood that we're in, everyone says aloha to each other. In our neighborhood, in our particular neighborhood. Aloha, everyone smiles and says hello. We live in close quarters, these are condos, so, but everyone here says aloha. And it's such a beautiful thing to give to somebody. Good day. How are you? Aloha. So when we do these things, our power stays intact. We stand stronger. When we go out on our own, we are way more vulnerable. So it's a good idea to pick up a group that you feel really good about. And of course, be kind. What is my religion? Kindness. I love that. The Dalai Lama says this. My religion is kindness, and so is mine. Be kind. Have a reverence for life. Be nice. Everyone is a sensitive, feeling being. Respect everyone. This is, in Hawaii, we say pono. This is respect. Respect for existence, etiquette, manners, love, pono. Read spiritual books. They're great if you need to go to sleep at night. Read a spiritual book. Something by Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna. He was a rather spiritual nut, but he was awesome. Ramana Maharshi. The Way of Life by Lao Tzu. Tibetan books. Or Yogananda. Read Yogananda's books. They're beautiful. So, enlightenment. Seeking enlightenment. Learning to love is the idea. Love more. Selfless giving. Be more selfless in who you are. Give more. What can you do for others? Ask yourself, what can you do for others? Help someone in an airport. Help an older being in an airport who's lost. Lend a helping hand. Smile. Be kind. These are the things that you can do on the pathway to enlightenment, on learning how to stop thought. Every life that you touch, every thought that you send out matters. You are more powerful than most, more evolved than most. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. All of those lifetimes of meditation that brought you here to this moment. So be kind, be nice, love more, give more, meditate. It's the greatest gift that you can give. Period. Make friends. Have a good time. Make friends with God. Source. Light. It is everything. Make friends with God. And meditate. Meditate on life. Ignore your thoughts. Timeless, endless light. Be absorbed. Oceans of endless light. Be absorbed. Find out who you are. Feel it. Close your eyes and just consider light. Be absorbed in light. And as you do, you will invoke a very wonderful, high, great energy that will transmute and change us all forever. Be absorbed. And if you need a focus in any meditation, the heart is always a wonderful place to focus. The center of your chest, this is where your heart chakra sits. For those of you who may be new to the practice of meditation, every day we wake up, we take a shower, or at the very least, wash our hands and face, and we sit for 15 minutes in meditation. Your tummy's empty, you're wide awake. Do something to wake up. Move your body. There are lots of movements that you can engage in to wake your body up. Maybe have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea before you meditate. Stay awake for 15 minutes. And at the end of your meditation, bow. Bow in gratitude and offer your meditation to the universe with happiness, love, and gratitude for all that is, all that you are, all that has happened, all that will happen. But stay in this moment. I'm going to take myself off camera as we begin to relax the body. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and hold for the count of 3 at the top. Focus all of your attention on your eyes, the muscles around your eyes, and relax the muscles around your eyes. As you do, your facial muscles, your jaw muscles will also begin to relax. If you have any tension whatsoever in your scalp, relax your scalp. Relax your neck, your throat, your shoulders, your chest. Relax your upper arms, your lower arms. Relax your hands and your fingers. Relax the muscles on either side of your spinal column. Relax your back. Release the muscles in your abdomen. Relax your abdomen. Relax your hips, your upper legs, your lower legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Relax, relax, relax. Sit up nice and straight with your back as straight as is comfortable for you. You actually may be a little uncomfortable for your back as you're sitting up nice and straight, but over time, it will become more and more comfortable. Close your eyes and visualize the sky filled with stars. Imagine that you're going to leave your body and go right up into the stars. And as you go through the stars, you're going to change. Your earthly personality is going to fall away. And now your etheric self, your subtle physical self, will be there. Now, go above the stars into other dimensions. Go through these other dimensions really quickly, one after the other. They're all different colors, so go through them quickly. See yourself going through them. You're actually doing this, going through these colorful dimensions. Now, as you do, as you go through each one of these colorful dimensions, more and more of the self that you have been is going to fall away. and your being will get clearer and clearer. As you go through these dimensional planes, the parts of you that are from them will go back to them. Finally, you get above all of the dimensional planes, and you now enter into a flux, a golden, luminous light that doesn't really move, nor is it still. There's no direction, no dimension, and you go right into that. You're going right into that. Finally, you get above all of the dimensional planes in this golden, luminous light that isn't moving. There is no direction, no dimension, and you are absorbed in that. It's like going right into the heart of the sun. Merge with that, be that. Feel yourself in that. Get lost in it. Study it. Be it. Stop your thoughts. Be still. Just hold yourself in it with all of your psyche and all of your power as long as you possibly can. And at the end of our meditation, when the music stops, I'll bring you back to this earthly plane. Be absorbed. Let's meditate. After being in this totality, come back through those dimensional planes. And as you do, you're going to come back shiny and clear as you pass through each color, each dimensional plane. You're going to take on new qualities, new hope, new belief, new power. Finally, down through the stars and onto the earth, a strong, new, radiant self. The right self has come with you, the right caretaker personality. Don't worry about what that is. It's just from where you've been. Continue to visualize this often. Namaste. Yes, coming back down is important. Coming back onto this planet is very important to be able to function well, isn't it? Yes, it is. So thank you for being here. And I will look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste. The light in me sees, honors, and so loves the light in you. I'll see you soon. Thanks.